Simplify 7 over x squared minus 2x minus 15 minus 2 over x minus 5 and find its domain. So here we're subtracting two fractions. And in order to subtract fractions, we have to come up with a common denominator, and then we just subtract the two numerators together, and that's going to be our answer. So here, to find a common denominator, let's first factor this quadratic, and it can be factored into x minus 5 times x plus 3. And now we can see that our lowest common denominator will be x minus 5 times x plus 3, because this already has an x minus 5. And so all we have to do is multiply the numerator and denominator of the second fraction by x plus 3. And now you can see both of these fractions have a common denominator. And so now we can just simply subtract the numerators. But be careful here, because this negative sign applies to the 2. And so it's negative 2 times x, negative 2x, and negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6. And then 7 obviously comes down. And so we collect like terms and we get negative 2x. And then 7 minus 6 is 1. And so our final answer is negative 2x plus 1 over x minus 5 times x plus 3. And as for the domain, well, those are the only restrictions would be if the denominators were equal to 0. And so our first denominator, if we set that equal to 0, you can see you can factor into each factor, x minus 5 and x plus 3, just like we did over here. And if you split it up into set each one equal to 0, we can see x is equal to 5 and x equal to negative 3 is not in the domain of this expression. And I didn't actually include the x minus 5 because we already set this equal to 0 and say x equals 5. So it's kind of a little bit redundant. So our final answer for the domain would be x cannot be equal to 5 and cannot be equal to negative 3.